Hey everybody, welcome back to Van to EDC. Today I'm going to be doing something different than I've done in the past. Today I'm going to be installing a couple of new parts, or I guess swapping out a few parts on this Spyderco Pair 3. This is an S45 VN blade. This is like the plain Jane current main production version of the Pair 3 at the time that I'm recording this. And so I'm going to be basically installing, swapping out two parts. So the factory clip, which is very much a not deep carry clip, I'm gonna swap it out with this Lynch Northwest clip that I ordered a while back. And I'm gonna swap out the factory black G10 scales, which do have good texture. I can't complain about the texture part, for this, which is much more of an aesthetic preference thing. As you can see, RC Bladeworks, they do a lot of made to order Micarta inlay scales. So I got the Pair 3 skinny scales. So let's actually take these out now. Now that I'm filming, I haven't taken these out of the bag yet to see these. So yeah. Okay, interesting. Very very heavy chemical smell, but interesting. It has a very coarse, you can hear that, has a very coarse feel to it. It looks good. It looks a little faded. Like this, I got this specifically because I want scales on some knife with this Mexican blanket especial inlay. It's a Micarta made by like Hansen and Sons or something like that. I can't remember the name, unfortunately, but yeah. I first saw this sort of Micarta as what is it? I think it was like a Blade Show Texas 2022 ProTech SNG. Like they made a few with like a full scale that used this material, and so unfortunately that's not readily available. So this is one of my what would you call it, backup options, because that's not available to me. So I think I think he's changing his model. The RC Bladeworks is changing their model to where you actually order the type of Micarta inlay you want directly from the manufacturer, and they ship it to him or to RC Bladeworks to do the work. But anyway, I got this, and I don't think this inlay option is available directly through him anymore, as far as I can tell from the website. So so I will be installing these scales and this Lynch Northwest clip. Basically, I feel like the two most common brands for deep carry Spyderco clips is Lynch Northwest and MXG. So I have personal sentimental attachment to the Northwest, so I figured I might as well support a company from the Northwest. So that's a Lynch Northwest clip. So yeah, and then also what I'll be doing is I will be stropping or like polishing the washers with a strop so that the action can be a lot smoother than this is right now, because I can't really, without using my wrist, I cannot reliably get it to fully deploy. Yeah, see, that's like, and part of that too is maybe that's just a learning curve. I haven't really carried this Pair 3 at all so far. I've just had it on my bench. So that could be a learning curve aspect to it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut to me having swapped out these parts and polished the washers, so you guys don't get the boring part. So yeah. All right, so that was an ordeal. What you didn't see was 45 minutes of me struggling to disassemble, specifically getting the lanyard tube removed from the original scales. It took a lot of unwanted prying. You might see some teeth marks there on the lanyard tube now because of what it took. But this is it. This is with the RC Bladeworks. This is double so I didn't mention, these are double black canvas micarta with the Mexican blanket especial inlay. So I got double black because when you get normal black, there's a lot of like, faded, really not black parts to it. So I wanted as dark of a color as I could. And then of course the inlay, which is the main reason I got these scales in the first place. It's got the skinny contour, as you can see here. I did polish the washers. And of course there is the Lynch Northwest clip. So now let's see if I can not screw this up the first time. All right, so there we go. So now I'm able to I mean, it's going to take a lot more practice to just do it without thinking, but get the reverse flick, the Spidey flick as it's called, reliably. I don't know if this is normal for all pair threes, but like there is no chamfering on the edges of the Spidey hole. So I find that like if I don't get my finger placement exactly right, then look, it doesn't like that for some, whatever. I don't know if it's that or just leverage in general or whatever, but something makes it harder to get a reliable deployment with the Spidey flick. Yep, right there. So see, I wasn't thinking hard enough, so there we go. Okay. Now I don't even know. Okay, I guess I kind of got that without wrist. The thumb hole, but there we go. Okay, so now I tried tuning it such that I didn't get any blade play. Right now there is some blade play, so I'll keep working on that to try and make that go away. And right now it's really not centered very well at all. Yeah, you can see right there, it is not centered. So that's something I'll also try to fix. Time will tell if that's a matter of user error or maybe the tolerances on the scales are not, maybe they're just not as tight, and so it might be too difficult to get it centered, but time will tell. But yeah, I love the look of the scales, the feel of the scales. They're very, very canvasy. Like there's no, like on my, oh look, the sweat from me working. But yeah, like the micarta here is a lot smoother on this Voodoo compared to the micarta here. So yeah, I'm sure as I wear it in, it might get a little smoother, but you know, we'll see how that plays itself out. The MXG deep carry clip, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. It does have a little side to side play. Maybe I could tighten. I thought I tightened it down pretty hard, but maybe I'll be able to tighten it down more and get rid of that play. But for the most part, you know, it looks good. I like, and even though that lanyard tube is a huge nuisance and not necessary for me since I'm not planning on using a lanyard, I like that the clip kind of doesn't impede that. It kind of maintains the look of it, kind of very skillfully works its way around rather than obstructing the lanyard tube, just from an aesthetic standpoint. So I like that. So yeah, I will probably start carrying this now and see how I like this. Of course, this is a relatively old model, and I think it's like 6 or 7 years old of a model. So it's not like anyone needs my impressions on a model that's so well known at this point, but you know, really the part of the reason I got it was so I could get scales with this particular inlay, honestly. And it was on a really good sale. I think it was like some yearly Spyderco sale or something like that. So yeah, yeah, that's that. If you have questions about the scales or the clip or polishing your washers, feel free to comment below, and until next time, take care. Bye.